Okay, T1 on attack, Gen.G on defense, so we'll have to look if they actually, when they create pressure, are ready for this push. Because if I'm Gen.G, I'm doing it instantly.
And they're here to prove
Fade Eye goes out. They showed a little bit of pressure here. Okay, they do actually hold this a little bit.
With several members of T1.
That's such a quick reaction as well. The TP play quick.
Okay, double TP though, so they can insta-group over towards A. Turns to a 4-1 pistol, and Karen probably going to fall all the way back to spawn because he has 3 smokes.
He's actually saving them and playing super far back.
Nice at the moment for T1.
All alone, he knows it takes time for that backup. Just yields to the smokes.
Yeah, he's even going to be able to pick up Wingman after.
To see if there's a lurk because there was a huge pinch. But right now, it's
one smoke, one flash, one knife,
for Gen.G
and a Wingman at one point.
They have to go through this choke point with several members. There's one right click going on for 2, but the trade not quite there from Izu. Meteor will make sure he fills the gap. And now Gen.G, they've taken over backside, but they are down in numbers, very low on health on both sides. Buzz gets ahead of it. Do they know? Meteor holding on to the site. Charon, the master of the truck here on bind. But there's the pop flash. He's not able to approach. And surely he doesn't have a way out.
Okay, nice for them.
3K, 3 points.
Chat, we're enough we on pistols.
Kind of knew about where Stacks was.
I want to say it's 4-4, but not entirely sure.
Down at the very end,
is it now 5-4?
It happens at this little choke point, as you mentioned, Chobra. I mean, it's so incredibly narrow. I believe they wanted to try
no util to get through the fast choke. And they're really confident they're like falling back. Yeah, I thought they were going to Gecko flash through spawn as well, to be honest with you.
A little bit of an off angle, in with the classic right clicks, and they're able to trickle them
5-4 on pistols? Okay, kind of guess right. They're allowed 2 deaths. T1 was nice on this one as well, and they also... The good news for the anti, or like not getting owned with anti, is they actually had someone watching showers. Meteor was on top of it.
Really just meant to watch the flag. Oh, okay, still gets a trade from Texture, still at full health, and he will look to hold on to showers. That gives the threat of a potential flank around with the TP, so Stacks will keep him at bay. Razorvine's used as well. They don't want to take any chances. A lot of respect given over to the Sheriffs of Gen.G.
Ooh, a little bit of a mosh pit from back from Foxy9 as well on towards Truck. Does force T1 to back off for a second.
Still flash in, let's go.
Flash set up, Meteor just coming back in to hold on to Lamp.
Still.
Some classic shots out.
Oh my god. Bro, ate all the util.
But they are able to come back in and refill. They've got those rifles. They're looking for the sprays. Meteor does find one. Carpe onto the next and in towards the final one. Yo, man, just hiding around the edges of the smoke. Sussed out by the ghost.
It got pretty close though. Like some of the regen armors coming in to play here. We've got 2 armor rebuys, 1 gun rebuy.
And if you looked at the minimap, just the trade timings here from T1. You have one of your members trapped behind the boxes here, and it's going to be Meteor. There he is, protecting Stacks, making sure that he's not caught off guard. He doesn't get spammed through the box. Eventually, that will lead to the round victory. Only 3 rifle spots, so nothing lost of massive value. Now only 3 points away from the showstopper.
Imagine an outlaw right now.
Already.
Texture as well, and so is Karen.
Okay, first big buy round against what we would normally call the bonus, but I mean the bonus is basically the buy rounds. They got everything. Kind of got equal buys here.
T1 will be able to collapse. That's Texture gone. Karen tries to hold the angle now to hold that space even further, but T1 doesn't let it happen.
Just
Gen.G going out one
giving them jewels. Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough half.
This will answer with numbers. Stacks has escaped. He put pressure on B to make sure that the default had to be held. And Gen.G, just like that, it's a save.
Straight off to it.
Start looking at the money. We haven't got much else to do.
It's just T1 now.
3K. Like everyone's sitting pretty much 6K plus.
Hopefully for the future.
These 2 obviously.
Gen.G needing to adjust.
And this type of solo play from Stacks, we've seen this before.
Let me see if I can.
It's gotten countered before.
Dude, that
Gen.G,
other VOD is so long that it's still not uploaded yet.
Have been there from T1. Yes, there are variations, and the speed, I would say the tempo.
First buy round. I mean, they kind of just got wrecked, but this is also what T1 just do on this map. Like they just 4-pass and snowball the whole time.
For now, though, still trying to save as T1 starts on a bit of a hunt.
Yo, man.
They,
be in trouble. There's a
I'm not sure you can
them both down, thankfully, but Munchkin.
Yeah, they lost a gun.
A bit of an somewhat of an even trade. Yeoman gets
Yeah,
two
trying to
for one,
fight
actually,
like
so his
this, I
teammate
don't
goes
think is
down.
going to
Well,
work out well
he's
because they
getting
do
closer to that nightfall
just
as well, but taking a look
have
at the
everyone
quick glimpse for the highlights
fighting.
roll, it is T1
The good news again for
closer to the
T1 is this is
ultimate
another
factor.
round where they
As you
changed it up
mentioned, they
slightly
go in
because they
fast,
had
GenG
the
not quite
KO
finding the
going over
adjustments
towards
just yet,
showers.
but off the bonus round loss.
So it does look like
Instant
T1
time
have worked on their
out
attack on this one.
And you gotta wonder, something horrible has been going on right now in the comms or the defaults because you had time to talk about what you prepped coming into this map. You were the ones riding high with emotions. I mean, sure, you gotta calm people down, you gotta rest up, go to the bathroom, etc. But to call a timeout this early, perhaps Solo and HSK, the coaches of GenG, identifying the smallest switch-ups from T1, identifying the tells for this tempo change coming out from the fast attacks up A short.
Possibly also, yeah, it's just trying to cool things down a little. T1 taking a bit of a break as well. I think a much needed one after that most recent timeout for both sides. I mean, overtime for both sides, but still, I mean, noting a lot of plays definitely true as GenG, you know, there is a bit of a reliance to go in for these fights, these trades where
This is a great shout.
they are known to do, but
Also going to mean that they have to start buying heavy armor
repeat those same moments any
after the
further.
round.
Still, okay, it's gonna be a three-man push down B long.
Yeah, just trying to make sure that they keep control of this. They get the ult orb as well. It's going to be a TP play, but right now you have to give up space.
Still nice from
Doesn't
GenG though,
have
right?
a
They're
weapon
planning
in hand
ahead.
other than
Orb on
just
Karen, make
the
sure they get
Sheriff.
that ult. And then we should probably check
Waiting
to see if
for
Texture
it.
gets a kill.
No ult just yet from GenG though. They identify the boombot, they hear the ult orb, they're ready for the pinch, but not quite fast enough. The Phantom dropped. Foxy9, he picks it up.
It's like a half-assed pinch.
And T1 does not want to give him that
Honestly,
opportunity.
if they committed fully and went over towards showers, maybe they would have got more from this.
While the other players from GenG, Texture instantly rotates over thinking that T1 might have done the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good read from GenG because surely they don't just try to come back in and always have to have someone watching Foxy9.
Meanwhile, by the way,
But
what's
T1's
going
gonna
on,
do
Knife went
exactly
over towards site and hit Munchkin, so they know that someone's near
watching
lamps.
the TP the whole time, and they get the read that the site has to be emptied out. They expect us to rotate. A call here coming in from Stacks, reading into Munchkin's mind. Now, so much up to Foxy9, but it's going to be a 1v2 Outlaw at the ready. Same with a Phantom. No, he switched it out.
Yeah,
Two
this is nice from
Phantoms
T1 though. They know this is where the
waiting.
gun is, so they're
There's the
just
flash,
heavy.
buys time,
Two
gets
person.
information that he has in fact exited the TP.
The holds.
All eyes here on
And the
Showers.
whole time, even though
GenG
Meech's
just
watching
waiting
over towards
for the
site,
opening
he's ready
shot,
to
and it's not
180
gonna
and trade that.
happen. Hope dashed as now the three members just look for cheeky kills, but they will not find him. And Charon, Texture, all falls as T1 leads 4-0.
One armor rebuy, looking real
One
nice.
round from T1. I mean,
This one's going to get
can't
crazy.
really
There's
fault
lots of
GenG
ults
right
now.
there. They're holding
Lots of
as
ults,
much
and
as
2
possible
people
because they
are
don't
1
wanna
away
give
from that
up
ult.
any, you know,
Kinda
outpoints
3 people.
freely over onto T1, but at the same
So
time,
look, a lot of
they
talk
don't
about
really
the
have
sides and some of the
firepower. They don't
orbs,
really
but
have
also,
the positioning for the best
if T1
possible
wanted, they
angles,
could
and
just
because
straight
of
send it
that,
up short.
at some point, sooner rather than later, T1 just decides to go for it. Meteor off with the swing, Izu off of his contact, and at the same time, Foxy9 just instantly noted and dealt with. They already knew where he was.
Yeah,
So,
this could be interesting
kills
because
now, alt
you
points
know
all
GenG
being
are
picked
talking
up.
about the orbs because they want to
T1
get these ults online,
looking to
and
reaggress.
then that means you're weak
Foxy9's
over
position
towards
is a
short and you have the
dangerous
Razor,
one.
and so
It's
to
meant
call
to be the
Razor,
peak
send it
out
up
for
short
Munchkin,
is
and
probably
Foxy9 swings for the trade. Can
what I would
they
do
get
on
it? The
this.
steal
Yeah,
back
and they
comes
do the
out,
Visor, and the
he
Visor
can.
gets
The
over
flash
towards
is there.
showers.
He doesn't
Very,
find
very
a
smart
single
from
target.
T1 here.
Munchkin
And that
can't
is a
connect onto two.
big
It's just a
trade
1
from
for
Carpe.
2. Charon all alone in Lambs. He gets a kill, but he is stranded. Stim pack activated. Make sure he can dance around. Teammates coming through. A timing. Texture fires the rocket, but it's not going to land.
Yeah,
No man will have to be the one
mean,
that gets the cleanup. Checking all around. Triple. Meteor pushed in. There's the Nightfall. They know exactly the location. But look at
Wait,
Meteor.
look at that
Meteor
distraction.
going around. He doesn't
Look
even
at that
need it.
distraction from
Stacks
Meteor.
locked in for map 5.
Stacks is about to
Meteor
get wrecked
swinging
on
in
site,
around,
and Meech
just
just
set up
swings
for a
out
bit of a
towards
crossfire
showers.
with Stacks on the
The
other
human
side.
decoy.
GenG doesn't
This was kind of cool though, Chad.
whatsoever.
I like the rounds
Off with a
here.
quick,
They got over
you
towards
know,
the corner, they
attempt at a
vice
retake.
ulted, they
The
got all the
showstopper in,
showers.
but
So
they
they're
was
running
just all
out
kind of
into the
slowed down and
Razor.
denied, and off of that, with the
Push them out into the
2-on-2,
open.
they just
Really cool.
decided to kind of push up where a little bit unfortunate for GenG, even though
Like the
they
whole
kind of
actual
knew where
idea
they
here was
wanted to
great.
look.
I don't know if they vice ulted
And
from
then
here or
mentions
here. I
just
didn't properly
Stacks
look, but
being
either way, it
so
catches all
locked
the
in,
showers.
hasn't died a single
And then they're
time.
going
His
out
teammates
towards
up to
this
7
area.
kills.
Razor
It's
sending up
5-0.
short. You know they're going to be
GenG
in
have yet
showers
to
because they're 1 away
reply.
from orbs.
And it looks like it's going to be another just sight, execute, set play.
And this right here is just a textbook snowball.
Here comes the Thrash. Texture not going to get detained by just yet, but they know the location. Can he stay alive? Paint shell's coming out. It's just an absolute pinch onto Texture.
Where are we?
Vision, but Stax will find his targets. Foxy9 staying alive, but Stax and Izu answers right back. And Gen.G, they just can't slow down the squad of T1. Karon stabilizes with another kill. Finds another headshot.
Whoa, that shot was
but
legit.
Only damage done. Not what you were looking for.
And that's just Munchkin. He's got the Sheriff 2 points away from the ult, so he's going to try.
You see him making calls as well, just trying to take some time.
I'm impressed with T1. Although they are like snowballing and they kind of use all their ults to get here as well. Their ideas have been good and they changed up so much on their attack. Like they're actually like taking showers way more than they used to. Like I know they're just spamming A hits, but
and they come out firing on all cylinders.
A nice shot from Stax.
They really just do it in such a way, such a fashion that Gen.G cannot reply. Gen.G cannot find a moment to breathe. The round before, Texture bought up on an op, but you know, T1 just going quick onto the A site.
So the op now.
Second time.
And returning for Texture.
Hey, similar situation, everyone. Talking about orbs, but this is the first time where T1 have like needed an orb to have one of the ults. Last time they already had an ult already.
This is that classic setup that Meteor loves.
They want to try go for
own agency. Try to get timings to try to get space.
Dude, he misses flash. I'm not sure.
Arcros recovered, seeing if there's a reaction
Maybe
off of that for a
there.
Wraither, but Gen.G holds true. Foxy9 waiting for it. It's going to be a flash. Pretends he's not there. A nice
Still kind of nice though what they're doing.
Really
they're giving Meteor way more freedom, and they told him to just focus showers more.
So T1 not quite noted from before, but now absolutely with the snake bite being spent from Munchkin, trying to hold and delay them off, but T1
and this is good against
straight in towards Hookah. Good
okay, we're sending it.
For Buzz, straight into the site. Not checked from underneath though. Munchkin able to come up huge with a double.
Dude, Texture, you gotta hit one of them.
Able to collect. Izu off for the next kill and a mosh pit to slow them down.
But we do have Karon, who's already gotten through T1. They have to recognize that they do not have info. Stax is staring intently at Elbow. Understands that there could still be an extra member. 3v3.
Stax gets a kill. Honestly, it might matter.
Try to get a point on the board. Dizzy out. They start their retake. 2 people already in the back of site, but Izu, he's just been dancing around. Stax doesn't have to worry about a thing, but Foxy9
dude, we were just on death cam. Witnessed every single death. Stax 31 HP, dude, it was close though. Foxy almost did a 1v3. Dude, I kind of want to see Texture's misses. Kind of want to see how he missed so many shots here.
We'll recover. We'll stabilize. We'll stem the bleeding. But is it going to be too late?
I'm honestly speechless. I mean,
yeah, that was a close one.
Maybe they try it at some point, but right now, just really hoping with fingers crossed that somehow either Munchkin or Yeoman or maybe the rest of the team are able to string something together in for a bit of a desperate play with the Viper's Pit up towards A short, Judge at hand. But T1 avoid it altogether. Straight in with a Thrash. Comes back in to recollect. Marching up B long now, Yeoman on the other side.
Oh, Buzz was ready for that as well.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for Fischl. Did they combo this with anything? Like Fischl KO probably makes sense.
Just have Munchkin with the Judge and Karon now with the Guardian in the site. Counter Thrash for Thrash. Both people.
Karon.
But Karon lands his shots. He's still got the Guardian online. He's still on the site. T1, they might have gotten the kills. They will finally clear the site. Texture, he snuck in. He's been spotted, but he's got the Guardian. He lines them up. Resets. 1v2 on the site. Lands another shot.
Another 1v1. Dude has a... He has a Judge. It's rough for the retake. Got a molly though, so maybe we can find out where he is. Hit the molly, Judge send it.
Munchkin closes the gap. But what a good reposition!
Yeah, very, very nice. Carpe.
4K for Carpe.
He's been very good in this best of 5.
Sign of hope from Gen.G.
The crosshair placement, the reposition, just
the only good news for Gen.G is they got like 3 ults out of them.
And it pays off. T1, they continue to keep up the pace. Carpe in with that orbital strike towards the end as well, just to secure a little bit more for the rest of the team. Texture, though, quick to adjust, quick to note that possibly someone might hop up, but even then, down to the very last moment.
I'm gonna say it.
Enough, as it was
I mean, you got a
just
timeout.
judge. There it is, the timeout, but
You have to. I mean, 8-0. You might not even get a chance to use this timeout. You have to stabilize. You have to put everything on the line to get 4 if you are Gen.G.
Dude, what a
If you do
dude!
not want to
Imagine doing that
fall after
split
such
and then being
a
here.
dramatic map. Gen.G, they were able to power through that split, but Munchkin now holding his head.
Everyone's spamming say
just
it.
wondering.
The mods have just
And a
clicked
big
on
part of
Rossi's
this is,
name
again,
ready.
T1, it's just been set play after set play. They just wait. Sometimes it's fat. It's tempo changes, but they're not working the entire map. Sure, Meteor puts a little pressure in showers, but that's as basic as the default gets here. And Gen.G, they've started to scare away from these fights. They started to cower into the corners of the site, being herded by T1's utility.
yeah,
And we wonder if they can recover.
hopefully with the timeout, they are able to really steal their
Karen's
nerves.
all low light armor. Good news for
As you
Gen.G.
mentioned,
There isn't much,
starting
but
to let that
the
fear
good news
seep
is
in.
they're far away from
You know, these
most
are
of
the
the
moments
ults.
when you start to
That's
think,
all
like,
I got.
yeah, set plays, maybe I can go for retakes, but then you're afraid. So now, back
Cross
into
map
this
knife
3-2
doesn't
split.
hit any.
Texture
Meteor
into a shower.
takes the space.
Gone deeper into it. Razor Vines gets cleared by teammates, so 2 already noted. 2 people.
Yeah, with the
watching
pressure that's
showers,
going
but
to keep 3
outside of it,
people
Meteor
here as
gives
well,
that
ready for the B
information.
hit.
It's an immediate push into B long.
So he's done
Gen.G,
enough.
is there a rotate? It begins, but is it going to be there in time? An amazing pop flash, but no kill found. Munchkin waiting as long as possible with the snake bite. Yo, man, doesn't
No,
spot
they
that they're in
creeped
the
out.
smoke.
Look at the timing.
They're
Gen.G
all
can't even
ready
get the
for it.
timing right.
And T1, they just break out.
Dude, this is
It
cool though.
just a spray
They do
of
the normal
bullets.
smoke that you
And the
use
site
to
will once
get
again
over
be
towards
theirs.
long. Right, most people are doing this against like a vice, so you can hear the wall. Then it leaks out a little bit. They get past the wall and then burst with the double flash. Actually, so sick. Sorry, I say double flash. I think it was only Gecko flash.
And this was off the second.
And it just worked great
timeout
as
that
well because
Gen.G
Meteor
calls.
did so much
Just
pressure over
Karen
towards
and
showers that it
Foxy9
kept
left,
3
they
there that
have
we
to
spoke about earlier. So they're
turn
popping
tail
over
and
towards the site
save.
where there's, well, they think at least there's 2.
Now you just have to figure it out on
Yeah,
your
they're
own.
dominating them.
It's
I
all
don't know.
up to
I don't know what else to
Munchkin.
say.
And he's done miraculous things for this team before, but right now, even if you find the answer, do you have enough rounds?
Whoa.
Carpe on the hunt. They're so far ahead. They don't even mind. Yeah, Karen already has his ult anyway. They'll just try to take away whatever weapons it does get shut down rather anticlimactically. But 9-0. A score unlike anything we've seen before against Gen.G.
Can you believe that 2 Liquid players are in the top 10?
3 rounds left in this
I
first
mean,
half.
Kiko was for sure always going to be there. He's playing
What a
insane.
dizzy.
Who's the other? Camo?
Jump out as well, and you know, it makes sense. T1, one of the first ones to run the zoo comp here on Bind. And this time they even use Buzz as part of that. Just flies out alongside all of that util. They know how
Kamek?
this works.
Wait, really?
Carpe
Kamek?
knows how this works.
Dude, he's
Coach
been
Ottoman,
having
the
some
rest
good
of the
impact,
staff
to be
knows how
fair.
this works.
Still though, trying to make some slight adjustments. Gen.G now desperate for it. In for
I didn't realize he was
Texture on
fragging that heavy as
showstopper
well.
in towards Babs.
But a lot of his
Yeoman's
kills are
still on
important.
towards B-Long.
Okay, similar.
Gather
Well, I say similar thing for T1, but they're honestly
T1,
mixing up
once
so
again, they
well.
take
Knife
contact,
over
so
towards
creep up
long. Showed a bit of
right
pressure with the
up to line
KO.
of scrimmage. And then they'll have util at the ready. They'll wait for the
This
poison
should be the
cloud
round
to
for
go
Gen.G.
down.
It's the first time they actually have like ult advantage.
What's the answer here? Do we use a smoke?
Oh.
If you're Gen.G, he's thinking about it. Oh, just
Well,
too far.
there goes
jumping
one of the
out.
ults.
Munchkin, meanwhile, gets a long-range kill on B long, but that's already the sign to enter the site. Foxy9 stabilizes. There's the orbital strike. Meteor takes a little bit of damage.
A little bit.
Down to
21.
HP, but he snuck through. They have no idea. Foxy9 starts
Not like this,
trembling,
guys.
and Meteor
This
gets
has
cleaned
to
up
be
by
your
Munchkin.
rounds.
2 players and the spike down on
You gotta
the
put up
ground
some kind
for
of fight.
T1.
Yo, man, still holding in case there's a rotation, but this may not pay off. It's gonna take so long for him to regroup. Holding on to backside, and Evan, he needs to make a run for it. No more Vice, so you have to run through. His first mission will have to be to check for the Brimstone, but he's hiding out in showers.
Yeoman's now within range of the site, so Sky smokes up. Izu and Carpe
Izu with a wraparound. Same with Carpe and Yeoman. He senses it, but can he have the time? He does.
Nice shot.
He finds him. Izu, a surprise kill. Half done by Karen. He trusts in Yeoman.
Very, very nice. Okay.
And finally,
they're on the board. Let's see if they can get 3. They got a fade ult. They still have Raze ult, so they still got good ults.
Finally paying off. First round on the board.
But they're up against Official and a Raze ult as well.
A really long time and a huge concerted effort just to get here. Still needing to close off the rest of the first half in almost
yeah, Goka for sure.
Perfect style though.
It would have been.
Got some ultimates to work with. You know,
would have been some solid picks.
On the showstopper, but nonetheless, this is just extremely labored for Gen.G right now.
Yeah, but just even in that moment, Yeoman doing his best, showcasing.
Okay, obviously they gotta win this as well, even just for money. Like the money's gonna be so wrecked next round.
Trying to get the troops.
The 11-1 potential here, no doubt.
Oh, T1 though.
3-person stack for Gen.G, and it's looking like we are just gonna absolutely send it. Texture's here with ult. Does he want to?
A quick 180 with the showstopper and buzzes.
Holy, got 3.
Mr. 4K himself.
I was watching him, I was like, is he going to send it?
Takes time, keeps Stacks at bay. There's the Dizzy. Stacks hides away from it. Is it a peek out? Foxy 9, he gets spotted.
Damn, he got another ace.
No longer 4K. Call him the bat of the ace.
Last round in
the second one picked up in this entire series. And he's just continuing off. It felt like the entire round
give me this other one though.
Just a second, but all of a sudden, out of nowhere, up in the skies,
Texture. No way. He's just like, well, I know where the rest are gonna come out.
Triple kill through and through.
Wow. I mean, oh my gosh, the Predator ace here for Texture. Second one, like you said.
Yeah, I think they all tapped the wall just as it happened as well.
But is that what's needed? He's always been the one to create just the impossible for Gen.G.
Either that or I missed a molly.
When they are the most down. Sure, sometimes it used to be Meteor, Munchkin buying time, but it was Texture, getting an ace, getting a 4K. That lights that fire.
It does slow down T1's pacing just by a bit, so now trying to create a little bit more pressure across the map while this trio of T1 tries to launch something in towards A main. Still though, Stacks now already noted. Flash is not quite available now. Nightfall sent through as well from Yeoman.
Might kind of work out though. Only hit one. Yeah, only hit one, and then they're not gonna know about the others. They can burst in. Ooh, they use old school smokes to split the site in half. Chat, these smokes here is how everyone played for like the first 3-4 months of the game.
He's blinded, but he'll hold on.
The people would only do these smokes.
And the backup has arrived. 4v3, Spike not planted yet.
Just looking to truly survive or die on this hill as long as his teammates arrive on time. And now
he might spam wingman and get the kill.
Out.
Yeah, he did. Spam. Carpe's sitting here in the corner, and wingman's planting next to him, and he just tanks the bullets.
The first half in a 9-3.
Okay, they got 3.
You might say it's old news, you might say it's been run to the ground, but when it matters most,
we've seen crazier things.
1 half left to get to Masters Bangkok. Do you believe in the scoreline? Because Gen.G has done everything possible to make it a reality.
It truly feels as though
they brought out the old school
matchup.
The old school smokes.
Just destined for greatness between these two teams, between all of the players. The parallels drawn, Texture breaking his curse. They completed the comeback from before. They pushed us down to this very moment.
The castles are building up.
One more time.
It'd be devastating if they didn't win a pistol.
10 rounds left for Gen.G. Can they make it happen? T1 trying to relax, but you know it's impossible on stage. All 10 members, the coaching staff, everybody, they've been standing on that stage 4.5 hours, just waiting to punch their tickets, waiting to confirm their reservations, waiting to sit comfortably to find out who their opponent would be.
I know the camera's on the audience members right now who's can't read it.
Well, one of his friends is going to buy dinner, apparently, whichever team loses.
All right.
Wait, that's sick.
So the middle guy wins no matter what.
But what I want you to focus on, though, is look at the eyes of these players right
That's
now.
awesome.
It's not just, you know, fatigue, maybe sure, some of it, but at the same time, it really reflects onto the tension, the emotions on the stage right now. That's what's at stake here.
You have to imagine you're a player. You get to this point. So many
Dude,
past rounds start flashing before your eyes. You have to shake that off. And then sometimes that Masters logo starts flashing before your eyes. You have to shake that off. The job's not done until it is over. And Buzz trying his best. He's always been praised for how well locked in he was.
They look tired. Best of fives are rough.
But even he himself starting to show
it's a lot of focus
over his skin. Looks like a little bit of a retooling here for Munchkin on the gear side, maybe.
Plus, it's also pretty stressful.
Ready for the second half. 12 total.
Split, yeah, the split lasted for a long time also, yeah.
Unless they want to go to another overtime. One team gets to go to Masters. One team will play again tomorrow against DRX. Texture.
Yeah, Texture looks like he's trying to work out what pistol they're gonna do.
Shown it in the server in the last 3 rounds.
And he's trying to work out, trying to put himself in their brain. Like, hold up.
2 aces, one to close out the previous
What pistol are they doing here?
The second to save his team, just when it looks like everything was lost. Still though, that was just the first half. We are not done with this yet. 9-3 scoreline means it's 4 rounds for T1 to close everything out.
Not too many
Or is it this long? It's
Gen.G.
Tech Balls.
Not too many mistakes allowed, and it's going to have to start with this pistol. T1, they've been struggling with their pistols several times, but today
Hopefully
they've been able to try to get ahead away from Gen.G. And now
they all look kind of ready.
It relies on Gen.G to answer back. They get the pistol, the gap closes, and suddenly it's anybody's game. Gen.G's attack. Lock in, wake
and
up,
Gen.G
it's only going to happen once.
Opt for the triple sheriff.
Out who the second team from VCT Pacific will be.
What's the actual strat on this one? Pretty much just waiting for a push.
That's absolutely right.
Probably take long control.
Gen.G is starting things off with 3 sheriffs in their arsenal. With a toxic screen at an angle down into the A site.
4-1, they got the wall over towards short and they walk down here. Foxy9 off angle should be. Good for 1.
He will, and it will be a trade. T1
didn't want to finish it until the end. This is interesting. They knife over towards long as well and they don't spot anyone, so
the remaining members have been.
Gen.G might feel like they have a good timing over towards long here and they might just insta group.
Jiggling inside of Hookah. They don't have too much information out of B long, so just kind of giving up that space to Gen.G. But at the same time, marking the angle still at long range, Izu.
Yeah, and Gen.G, they think
T1, by the way, just holding super strong with the 3. Just straight up retake over towards A. That is an incredible shot.
But it's a clean shot from Texture. The site weakened. The wild card will come down to Carpe. Will he be able to provide assistance? He decides to regroup. And still 45 seconds left on the clock. Gen.G says we'll play time.
Yeah. Pops the smoke, Gen.G plays around it, Texture, he allows
himself gotta make a call on the 40 seconds. Dude, another massive jaw.
Carpe,
holy Texture.
Carpe goes down!
Now Stacks all alone, and Gen.G,
surely, 4v2.
Stacks has to do the impossible.
Fade Eye reveals him.
Comes out right under the tube. He's been spotted, marked, down to 1 HP.
Yeah, he did great to kill 1, to be honest there.
Of T1.
The Vice Wall counter the Viper Luck? Yeah, sorry, the Vice Wall? Yeah. But the Vice Wall is super annoying.
You're gonna have to do so much.
When he's done it before, but with just a ghost.
Yeah, you can't really lock up here. Or you can, to be honest. The Viper stuff would be nice to try and
Nobody's been
jump spot it or jump.
They now turn their heads, all just waiting for the tap. Nobody showing an absolute inch of their location, and there's just too much. There's just too much to cover. Meteor knows it. He has to start going for it. They hear the footsteps, and Gen.G,
nice.
The start they needed.
Got the game. We got the game right here. 5-5 for pistols, by the way. Evened out.
He's not going to try to track for the headshot. Just fire 4 shots through and through, and we'll get whatever we can, and that's Stacks going down. Thanks to Foxy9 being able to collect onto the first. Thanks to Texture now
Yeah,
once again
look at his
online
pre-aim.
with the
Didn't even have to
Sheriff
move his
being
crosshair for
able
all of
to
those kills.
collect onto these nasty shots. Gen.G truly looking to complete this opportunity all the way back up. The buys up through now. 2 Bulldogs, a Guardian, and a Marshall. They're angling in towards A site once again.
Quick elimination on that Arc Rose. They know the location of 2 members. 1 Classic over by Hookah, and the Vice over by A.
Bit of a Marshall from Munchkin as well to lock out the angle in towards Bass.
Sure, they buy one shorty, that's about it. And then we got
just a classic, though.
pretty much 2 deaths allowed.
But that Marshall, if you give it over to Meteor,
Oh,
might have gotten that quick sight. So Meteor will just hold a close angle. So T1 just all looking, just fishing for 1 kill, maybe 2 at close range. Munchkin steps
Surely they
away,
don't get
but
eco'd.
that smoke will run out eventually.
I mean, they have the Marshall. They should be
And
okay.
the Vice gets taken down, and that should be the signal. But do they recognize the trouble? So many players have been sitting here.
This is a
time
little
Buzz
scary, though.
sneak into the smoke at first. But Munchkin still inching forward. The timing has to be right. There's the Prowler. A close check. Buzz gets 1, but that's going to be it. Just a complete pinch. A safe check from GenG. And Wingman will go in and plant the spike.
Foxy9 halfway to his ult.
Further angles, Izu will hold alongside Carpe in case Gen.G does continue to push up. They are looking to hold on to these positions and not to give Gen.G too much. They have an advantage, and they don't want to throw it away.
GenG, Munchkin, seeing if he can get a couple more kills. Just a Marshall. So he'll prefer perhaps a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's allowed to hunt
a
him.
little bit more of the old points as he's already got 3 on the board. He has time, but it's a nice little crossfire. If he does get even 1, would be impressive. He gets both!
He's managed to get both.
What in the world?
Dude, the crowd saved him.
Just on a swivel.
He went in, crouched, flicked to get the first, and also doubled back.
And sure, it's an eco for T1, but it's things like this. Yeah, it's things like this that suddenly make your opponent look like giants.
All right. T1,
That was big buy rounds. Bonus
now.
against the buy. The bonus is legit.
That's going to be a huge confidence boost.
Yeah, but they've got the firepower to do it. 5 rifles. Sure, not all Phantoms are Vandals, but it might be enough. Shot onto the wall. See if Buzz was up top on top of the truck.
Let's see how Gen.G wanna play against this. Majority of the time when there's no Viper, I always think taking either of these arrows towards long is the one, because then it becomes a little bit harder to rotate out, especially if you take Hookah. Like, this line is a nightmare. So taking over towards B just always creates so much pressure that you can insta-bust, and it also means you have no freedom because you can't properly rotate or actually be able to position back a sight. We'll go close. So yeah, question mark created, and these question marks are a lot stronger than when there's no Viper. Well, they're a lot stronger with no Viper, is what I'm saying.
Relatively clear. Does think back to it though, and this is
So that on its own causes the rotate in. Probably going to see a knife towards long to try clear this soon.
He's just focused, laser focused on the
Honestly,
one
maybe I missed it.
angle.
Rotate comes
start
out.
To hear the advances. Buzz just does not want anything else than the one target, but he gets chipped. 61 HP. Now they're trapped in showers. It's just an absolute pinch. Carpe.
It's an incredible kill from Carpe, and they don't get the plant because the molly was there. We still got a nade after. We got 20 seconds to try plant this, and honestly, Brim has to speed up. Karen's got to speed up here, else they're done.
Hopped on over.
He threw him the spike, but he wanted to change guns. Guys, you gotta try plant this. Here we go. Anything to stop it. Satchel goes in. Satchel hit.
But still, Foxy9 going through for other trades.
Got the plant.
Finds one right back. Pop flash is over, but the spike goes down anyway. A dizzy set over from Izu. They shoot it down, but Meteor comes up
very
and
nice
initiates
from
off of the fights. T1. They managed
Buzz
to
did really
stifle
good.
Gen.G's momentum.
Buzz did really good. I was worried they weren't even going to get the plant down here, to be honest with you.
And Karon for doing what they can. But T1, they just say, they don't fall into that trap of we can stop the defuse. They say or it's the plant rather. We can give the plant, we're going to fight with numbers. Take the shots you can, but do not overextend. The discipline coming in, and Stax opening things up for his team.
such a champ. I mean, maybe the read not entirely there, but he did have an inkling as to what might have happened on the A side, as to what would have happened on the A side, and that's why quick with the reactions as well. Now, different toxic screen from Gen.G in towards Lamps.
Yeah, just a traditional one to lurk onto A short, trying to tie somebody up on the A site. But if you want this
You'd
to have
imagine
value,
Gen.G
you gotta work the
might try and
teleporter on
force
the
if they lose
sides of the
this. We'll
map.
see.
And right now, T1 has full control.
They gotta. I mean, they gotta win
Stacks
this
only
round.
one away from that null command as well.
That's right. Izu, thanks to this toxic screen, he's keeping up the pressure towards B-Long, continuing to jiggle a little bit in here and there, not spotting anything out. So further information for T1 now, and then Stacks to think about pivoting.
You pass and hold at A. They're getting pretty early info though. Both jiggle.
Towards Showers, Carpe jiggling for info as well.
It's just a full-out send here from
Yeah,
Gen.G.
Gen.G are just gonna bust on
And
this. It
they're
looks
trying to
like.
bait that out. A
The KO
timing
will
miss
get here in
Carpe
time.
barely getting out with
Let's
his
see what
life,
Buzz
so
can do in
Lamp has to be
Showers.
given over. Showers, Buzz all alone. He gets regrouped with Carpe, but they're both going to be
Such a nice pause from
Carpe
Texture.
gets taken down. Buzz reclaims that position. He knows there's too many, but he just has nowhere to go. Two people waiting for him.
Ooh.
Spike already planted. Meteor deeper in than the opponents expect. That's one member down, trying to create a crack in the armor here. The pop flash.
Wait,
it
Stacks still
doesn't
got
hit,
even
but
the
it's still
flash
going
didn't
to
go
lead to
far.
the kill. Charon, good for a trade. Now a 3v2. Stacks down to 46 HP.
Izu up around the sides, goes in for the defuse. At least tries to stick it halfway, but Gen.G pushes
Yeah.
up. Yeoman and Karen
Okay,
will
well,
eliminate the final
they
two
keep
players.
winning the rounds that they
just
have
to
to
stay
win.
alive for
Like the one
another
before this
round.
would have been
I mean,
nice, but this was the
Gen.G
important
says
one.
that there are
They had to
many
win one
ways
out
to
of the
slice this
two.
pie. They knew that this is where Carpe and Buzz would play. That's why Texture hops up onto this box.
Yeah, this pathing and going up here is super strong, especially when so you know this is what I like about Gen.G as well. You can always see like small little changes that are going on. So you had last round, sorry, chat. Yeah, last round where they couldn't plant over towards default. So then you had Texture like path over towards here, so he can stop the people that are trying to spam the smoke from Showers. Like it's really nice. Like they struggled so much to get the plant down that they're changing up him going up there so that they don't feel comfy chilling in this area when they're perma smoking. Because the perma smoke here is meant to make you feel super comfortable spamming the smoke towards Showers.
Downloaded. He knows the positions of T1. The eco round. Sheriff not gonna do the job. Munchkin even waiting for the
There's
flank.
gonna be a lot of ults.
I mean, everything read through.
Texture dying here is worth. He has
Gets
ult for
one
next
kill,
round.
but just a classic. Okay. Picks up a Phantom.
Would bring him a little bit closer towards that Thrash for.
Is this happening? It's gonna be
rounds. He's
really
still
close.
Gonna go and hunt for
So they should win the next round because they have ult advantage.
taking his time.
Yeah, but after that much time passes with 43 HP, goes for the save, would rather build up a little bit of that economy, picking up a free Phantom. And I have to wonder if T1's gonna call a timeout right now, because this round, the previous round, just goes to show that Gen.G has the read. Gen.G actually didn't have almost any information, but just
Okay, then they're losing the next one. Yeah, probably, but
they know that it's always
should be
been
winning.
0 point potential rotate. If we wait long enough, they go back to B, the rotation's late. And then they wait also for the hit onto Lamps as well.
Yeah, that's that hit that really sets things off as well. Just being able to go in that confidently now against T1.
And I love the tempo change against an eco round as well here from Gen.G. Munchkin trying to bring up the confidence again. Only 3 rounds apart now, but the operator comes online for Buzz. And that's the time Gen.G now considering shifting their
so
weight
much talk
towards
about
the
the
B side of
orbs
the map.
again. One of those rounds. Buzz gets the op out, and that is going to be Carpe's ult.
That's an alt orb picked up by
But obviously
Carpe,
they
able
can
to
see
strike.
that, so they kind of know they lost Showers
afford it.
control.
Gen.G continuing to
They
hold.
also know
They're not really
that there
pushing the
was
rate
enough
either
money
way
for the
just
op.
yet, in case there is a bit of a peek out from T1, but nothing so far. A bit of a sky smoke off of a timing. Gen.G thinks that
It's a little bit mind games with this one. You see how the KOs rotate, but the KOs pretty much always rotate anyway. But you want the KO on rotate just purely because this ult is going to be cancelled by this.
That Buzz probably is in Showers, and he can have that space, but do they expect him to push all the way out? If you're going to go for something like a Thrash pinch onto Showers, you might not even find him because he's so far out.
And he's then able to double back in to hold the angle from Showers into
Okay, we
sight.
definitely got to
Nightfall
focus
sent
a little
through.
bit on Buzz here.
continuing
Buzz is
to
pushing
kind of hold
behind
his
with an
spot,
op,
maybe
not
pushing further to
ideal.
set up a bit of a flank. T1
Okay,
arriving
ult to
on
cancel
the
the
site.
ult.
Texture
There we go.
pulls out the showstopper. He's looking for Buzz.
Yeah, but the no command shuts it down. Meanwhile, you do have Munchkin on the other side of the map, but the spike has already been planted. Does he catch
Buzz
sight?
going
He
back.
doesn't
Here we go.
quite, but the sheer wall should have been tripped, and there's Texture swings out. Doesn't get
That
Buzz
honestly
an absolute
might be
chance
the
at all
round.
to fight. Orbital Strike has been used to clear out lamps, but Texture still holding Showers. That's created an opportunity for Gen.G. T1, they try to answer back, but there's so much post-plant. In fact, using it now as a delay. Stax holding close. He's the one who has to get the kill. They know he's close because of that 0 point. He's given himself away, and Yeoman confidently takes his
Yeah, and they need
shots.
to get out of there with the guns.
That should be the round. No chance to
Shout
sit
out to
on the defuse.
Texture, really.
Gen.G now up to
Just
8.
that one duel that
Operator
decided
dropped.
it.
Economy broken. T1, they need to find a solution.
This might be then the moment that they call that timeout. Gen.G, off of round wins like these, they put themselves within range of tying up the score against T1. What a round, what a play. And how they're able to suss out Buzz's position, not allowing him to even re-scope back in. I mean, Buzz kind of, Texture kind of knew he didn't have information.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
further
see.
back
They've
in,
been
so
playing
he would
pretty
creep up.
passive.
At the same time,
So maybe they start being a little bit more proactive.
Gen.G and the whole squad.
Hasn't been that many
They
buy
just
rounds
set
though.
themselves up and ready.
T1, yeah, looking a little bit defeated on stage. And this is that difference. Do you thrive off the pressure, or do you start to crumble? Does the
I
anxiety
hope
start
that
to creep up?
Benji Fishy's mum. I hope
Stax,
Heretic's
I
game
mean,
isn't this
sure, he's
as stressful
won
as
in
this
Korea,
one. Yeah.
But it
I
hasn't
can
really
see that.
been coming to fruition
I
since
feel you with that
BCT
one.
Pacific. You have to remember, the era of DRX ends as Pacific begins. Paper Rex takes them down in
Surely
that
not.
grand final, the very first one. And since then, sure, they've risen back up at stage 2 last year, but it was Gen.G that shuts them down. Stax hasn't been to an international since 2 years ago.
It was also Gen.G that lifted a trophy when DRX could not. And I certainly hope that these ghosts aren't coming back to haunt Stax.
Is this
from
lower
the
finals?
past.
Yes, it is.
You're
Winner
on the
goes to
new
Masters.
team now. You've come this far now, 10-8. There are still
Whoever
2 rounds
loses,
ahead.
you don't see him for
Economy
like
not
5
great,
weeks, basically.
As you mentioned, and T1 looking to tie things up. I mean, tie up the loose ends.
Pretty much the
3
highest
stack on
stakes
the
you
A
can
site.
get.
You do have Steel Garden. You can make the fight even, and you have a showstopper.
Yeah, T1 have good
There is
ults,
a
but it's like,
chance
do you
for
want to
T1
use them on the
to
eco?
make the 5v fight their advantage.
They might want to wait for
They get in position for
a
it.
pick
No
early.
information found just yet.
They
0
got 2
points
hero
still
guns,
being held by Stax.
1 on each site.
Waiting. He'll throw it out off the paint shells, but they have to give up
Yeah, the
site,
knifes
and
are
that's
really good.
quick
It hits a
entry here
lot.
from Gen.G. Oh no, they cross paths. They don't know about Buzz. The showstopper only finds one, and he immediately gets gunned down. The least of their worries here on the side
Well,
of
the
Gen.G.
ult that I was
They
worried
take
about
out the member
them
and
putting
Hookah.
into this round, they
Wingman
went for
goes
it.
out to clear out the smoke, pushes T1 back, but they will not be moved.
Dude, Carpe.
They will hold on to the
Carpe,
sides.
what the hell?
Carpe!
He's actually been
3K,
incredible,
and
dude.
brings T1
He's
one
actually been
round
so
closer.
good. He had one of the hero guns. He takes
That's
down
really
3.
Close, if you ask me. I thought it was kind of gone when Izu fell. I mean, he was holding inside a hookah. It was just a phantom, but because he's dead, then not too many guns afforded for T1. But Carby picks one up,
Oh,
and
he's
off
calm,
of that,
though.
spins around
Real
and finds
calm.
the 3rd. Put in at the last moment, but Carpe still able to deliver.
And that's what he's always provided for T1. No matter what the other games were like, no matter what the team was like, when they needed it, it's the clutches, it's these multi-kills, it's the anchor down on the site. Now an operator afforded again for Buzz. Gen.G trying to change the tempo, trying to get ahead of things.
Trying to get ahead in towards B, long, garden, a little bit of hookah as well, but
Yeah, the knife
now
goes
just
over
going
towards
out
the long
and
spots.
selling
Spots Texture.
early information. That 0 point, that was intentional.
Yeah, Texture gets hit. Says the duelist is over by the B side. T1, what's your call? They'll hold for the time being, but a lot of time has passed.
We've seen this a lot.
Is a
Buzz,
question mark created?
He's still holding.
Only
Gen.G does decide to
only
push
over
the
towards
showers
long
now.
though.
That could be someone biting the dust.
Yeah, and the sheer wall over by A short as well, so the pinch won't
You would
be
imagine
perfect.
Yeoman uses
They're
util for
getting
this.
closer. Surely some util. There's the Prowler, waits for it. Shot fired. Boombot trying to delay. Gives him an opportunity. Another peek out right before the wingman. Yeoman down. No more fade. No more info. Buzz, does he go for another? He waits. He goes. Takes the shot. It's a whiff, but the shorty in hand. There's the peek out. Steel guard.
A good amount of damage though, and they kind of stopped their hit. We've got 20 seconds on this. Dude, they're pivoting over. The spike's only just going to get here. Carpe. Great trains.
Stabilizes.
It's going to be weird because the spike is like only just getting there.
Foxy9 sprinting, but I don't think he's going to make it. It's just too far. They take the safety. 10 seconds counting down.
It's so close.
You have to land.
Oh, he got spammed, dude. It's done. Oh god. The pivot. Dude, they went safe route down when there were 26 seconds.
I can't tell you, Chobra. Going the long way around, that
yeah, they went the
has to hurt.
safe route at 26.
Karen even threw down a molly just to buy more time for his team before T1 arrives on the site. Buzz, the way that he was able to recollect, reaggress, re-peek in towards these Bath's angles truly shuts things down and deletes players away from Gen.G's roster. And there we stand. Match point.
4 chances.
Operator still online. Same spot.
Yeah, that was odds, dude. Like they would have been fine going this route. Like worst case, you go TP, but they didn't have to do that. But they went this way.
Man, can't follow up on it. Sheerwall once again set up. And Gen.G, they haven't ever really tripped this one. They've only taken out Meteor once. But it's going to be a 5-stack onto B. Gen.G just going to play on a timing. No info on the other side of the map.
Because the first time for a while, there's only been 2 over towards B, so Gen.G have guessed right.
Smoke up, trying to anchor down on the site.
But Raid Boss Carpe is actually
This window is going to be so dicey. They do have the pit.
He's been doing good.
It's going to be used right above, all the way to the site. There's the showstopper.
How is that not killed? Carpe is indestructible. He's crouching it somehow.
He's still alive in elbow. Keeps things alive. Karen and Foxy9 answering back. It all comes down to this spike planted. One retake.
Okay, finally.
T1 loses Carpe, loses control of elbow. Buzz running, sprinting to provide assistance. Foxy9 is waiting for him. Buzz has to get the shot. Meteor trying to get ahead of it. He gets it. No! Foxy9's ready for it. And now Meteor all alone. He's been tagged. The Dizzy sounds the alarm.
I mean, this one's
impossible. Should be another round for Gen.G. Another chance to remain in the running.
Let's think 1-9. 1-9 loss bonus on top of this.
Away from another overtime.
They're probably going to low buy.
So incredibly close, but
you got loads of free falls unless they want to get a lot of light armors. They might be down for the light armors.
From Carpe, quick-witted as he pushes further up front, running and gunning, throwing a caution to the wind. But down to at the end as well, Foxy9 alongside Karen. Thanks to the orbital strike, it just buys further time and spacing away.
Thanks to
that, Spike was able to go
low
down.
buy it. Munchkin realizing if they're going to force as well, that there's going to be light armors anyway, so might as well get the outlaw out.
Gen.G Munchkin comes up online with an outlaw.
Yeah, with the sum on the other side, there's that Thrash and the Outlaw as well. So
yeah, Molly smokes, the smoke we were talking about earlier,
make the hard choice of do we try to use it
which
when
they
we have
popped
a chance
through.
to just secure the win, or do we wait for the full stack?
Very nice, yeah.
She was a bit too wide.
Spoken a lot about the outlaw buys recently.
It's
really cool.
Hold TP control around the map.
And again, selling fake info with that 0 point. Gen.G slowly creeping back up in the A short where it's just Meteor.
This is a good reaction though. Keep an eye on these two pushing.
They don't want to be trapped.
Texture needs to somehow be aware of this. Wait, that's sick, man. Fair play.
Another, but Carpe's holding close. I don't think you expected. The movement was good, but Texture's got a phantom. Meanwhile,
Texture's kind of working his way up to that ult as well.
On the board. Spike.
Speaking of ults, they didn't use the fish ult into this one, so that's good for next rounds.
Munchkin lands the shorty. Now 2 rounds apart.
2 chances. Fischl. I can't even remember what ults are here.
Flawless to give themselves just everything that they can afford, every possible piece of weaponry or utility to close in and tie up the score for the overtime. T1. They go in
The
for
fish
plays
and
again
brim,
and again where
the
Texture just goes
combo.
in and sells that fake. So now stacks onto the A site.
But the operator for Texture. That's
Okay, a
their
little bit
answer.
scary on this.
This time
Buzz
for
gets the op
Buzz.
out.
It's a face-off.
Ooh,
Buzz is already in
we
position.
actually get the op.
And Texture,
Oh boy.
can you land it, Buzz?
What a
Flicks
shot,
right
dude,
onto
as well.
his
He only
arm.
showed his arm.
The raise down, the investment gone, and control of the map just absolutely
And they
diminished.
got all advantage. They would have to really
Two
mess up.
power ultimates online for T1 as well. Sure, that could be a thrash for a thrash, but you gotta imagine this is just advantage on top of advantage for T1. Buzz still has the angle locked down. Munchkin, think twice.
You gotta send the thrash. You have to just use the movement. You have to send it. You have to chase him out. You have to land the detain. Doesn't quite chase up. Oh, he dodges it. He's got the op back out. Paint shows to delay. His teammates have arrived.
Imagine he hits it.
GenG, you still have 50 seconds. They need to stay calm and cool as T1 now
God, he
waiting,
hit it.
just a couple kills away. The outs go out, and it's down
Foxy 9 has to
Foxy
1v3.
9 all alone.
Damn,
and he
dude,
goes
T1, what
down.
what a best of 5 this was though.
T1 enter
Dude,
their
shout out to
first
Carpe,
ever
man.
grand
Fair
finals
play.
of VCT Pacific.
He played
At
really,
the
really
same
well in this
time,
best
they
of
have
5.
punched their way to Masters Bangkok, Chobra. 13-10 on this
What a
final
game.
map.
GenG, yeah,
almost
GenG need a
making
little
the
bit more
full
time.
comeback.
A rise
We'll see him
to
in 5
greatness,
weeks.
trying to make themselves proud of holding that badge called T1.